Hello, today our group will be walking you through our research on menswear production details in jackets, shirts, and trousers, as well as research on size charts and ease, and finally our 4-component prototypes. We will start by looking at the tailored jacket. This slide shows the main structural components of a tailored suit jacket. Key elements of the tailored jacket include the collar and lapel, darts and seaming, shoulder pads, vents, pockets, and linings. These components play a role in shaping the garment's fit, comfort, durability, and style. Through our in-store research, we examined how these different components and production details are constructed and how their quality varies depending on the brand and price point. The illustration here highlights all of the different components and production details that make up a tailored menswear jacket. The collar and lapel are one of the most defining elements of a tailored jacket and strongly influence the garment's overall structure and visual style. In the illustration here, you can see that many different types of lapels. The collar consists of a top collar and an under collar, which is often cut on the bias and sometimes made with felt or melton to help it hold a nice shape around the neckline. The lapel is an extension of the front panel that folds along the roll line. Higher quality jackets include canvas interfacing in this area, and traditional high-end tailoring uses hand pad stitching in the lapel area, which helps the lapel roll naturally and maintain its shape over time. During our research, we observed differences in lapel structure between jackets at a range of price points. Garments we examined at fast fashion stores often had lapels that felt flat and lacked shaping, while higher-end jacket lapels held a more elegant, intentional form. Here you can see some more examples of collars and lapels we examined in stores. Shoulder pads and sleeve heads are internal components of tailored jackets that help shape the upper structure of the jacket. Shoulder pads create a defined shoulder line, which influences the overall silhouette of the garment. Sleeve heads are small strips of padding or fabric placed inside the sleeve cap to create a smooth transition between the sleeve and shoulder. These elements help prevent collapsing or puckering in the sleeve area. In our in-store research, we observed that higher-end jackets tend to feature more carefully shaped and intentional padding in the shoulder area. Some more casual and relaxed fit tailored jackets did not have any shoulder pads at all. Suit jackets commonly feature several types of pockets with both functional and design-related purposes. The most common exterior hip or waist pockets are flap pockets or jetted pockets. Here you can see an example of a hip flap pocket and an internal jetted or welt pocket with a button closure. Internal pockets are typically built right into the lining of the jacket. Many jackets also include a chest welt pocket. Some more casual styles of jackets feature patch pockets, and in more traditional tailoring, it is fairly common to see a smaller ticket pocket located above the main hip pocket. Sleeve vents are openings at the end of a jacket sleeve that improve movement and or provide a finished professional look to the jacket. They are usually finished with buttons and can be either decorative or functional. Functional vents allow the wearer to unbutton the sleeve. Many jackets, though, feature purely decorative sleeve vents that do not open. Sleeve vents can help the sleeve sit more comfortably when the arm bends by providing a small amount of ease. In these two photos, you can see examples of functional and decorative sleeve vents that we observed in stores. The lining of a suit jacket improves comfort, durability, and the overall finish of the garment. A full lining covers the entire interior of the jacket, helping it slide easily over clothing and protecting the outer fabric from wear. A half lining covers only the upper portion of the jacket, typically the upper back and sleeves, which can improve breathability and reduce weight. Half linings are more common in more relaxed tailoring or summer jackets. Linings of jackets at lower price points are typically made from polyester, viscose, or other synthetic blends. At higher price points, you see cupro and silk blend linings, which provide more breathability and a better hand feel. The materials used in suit jackets play a major role in the performance of the jacket, the appearance, and the quality. Wool is the most common fabric for suiting. Other fibers such as cotton, linen, silk, or synthetic blends may also be used depending on the garment's purpose and price point. Trims such as buttons, shoulder pads, and interfacing help shape the jacket and contribute to its overall structure. Notions like thread, interfacing, and cotton bias tape reinforce key areas of the garment, provide shape, and support the construction process. Our research showed several clear differences in suit jacket construction when comparing garments at different price points. Lower-priced jackets, such as the ones we examined at H&M and Zara, are typically produced using fast manufacturing methods and lower-cost materials. These jackets often use synthetic fabrics or wool blends, fused interfacing, and polyester linings. While this allows the jackets to be produced more affordably, these garments do lack the structure and refined look of higher-end garments. Some garments we looked at in the budget price range had defects like uneven stitching, pilling, or snags in the fabric. Mid-range jackets generally show significant improvement in both materials and construction. Jackets we examined in the mid-range category would be from brands like Banana Republic and certain lines of Hugo Boss. These garments tend to use nicer fabrics made of wool or blends with fibers like linen, cotton, or silk. Linings in this category also tend to be made of nicer fabrics, with fibers like viscose or rayon more common. We noticed a major improvement in quality of construction and intentionality of design details at the mid-range price point. Luxury tailored jackets use higher quality materials, more labor-intensive hand finishing, tend to be offered in a wider range of fits and styles, and offer more customizability. We examined luxury tailored jackets from brands like Tom Ford, Canali, and Brioni. Jackets at the luxury price point typically use premium natural fibers such as extra fine wool, mohair, cashmere, silk, and more. Linings are typically made of cupro and/or silk. While completing research at Harry Rosen, we were lucky enough to speak with Russell, one of the sales associates there, who walked us through some of the different jacket fits and styles across brands, and to let Tom try on some jackets to see, so that we could see the differences in fit. We noticed a wider range of silhouettes catering to different customers and body types at the luxury level dependent on the brand. Garments at this price point also had unfinished elements to allow for them to be tailored to fit the wearer perfectly.
Dress shirt components. Menswear dress shirts can be analyzed through three categories: structural components, exterior production details, and interior construction. Structural components include the collar, yoke, body panels, sleeves, cuffs, and plackets. Exterior details include the center front placket, sleeve placket, chest pocket, collar stay system, and side seam gusset. Interior construction includes interfacing and seam finishing. Interfacing is applied to the top collar, collar stand, cuffs, and plackets, with weights ranging from lightweight for softer tailoring to heavyweight for structured tailoring. Dress shirt collar. The collar frames the face and supports ties or other neckwear. Its structure includes the collar stand, the top collar, and the undercollar. The collar stand attaches directly to the shirt neckline and supports the collar so it sits upright. The top collar forms the visible folded portion, while the undercollar forms the underside of the fold. Structure is maintained through interfacing or fusing, most commonly applied to the collar stand and top collar. In some cases, interfacing is cut on the cross grain to allow structure with slight flexibility. The weight depends on the tailoring style or occasion for dress. Lightweight fusing was common in most casual wear, like the Zara dress shirt, and in athleisure dress shirts, like the Hugo Boss shirt, while medium to heavyweight fusing was common in more formal dress attire, such as the Armani tuxedo front panel shirt and the Eton shirt. The collar stay system consists of removable or sewn-in stays inserted into the pockets on the undercollar. These are placed diagonally towards the collar points to prevent curling. This element is more common in formal tile or structured tailoring. During construction, the collar roll line is pre-pressed to establish where the collar folds. The collar closes at the center front with a collar button with a horizontal buttonhole. Notches guide assembly at the center front, shoulder seam, and center back. There are many different kinds of collars. You can refer to the chart and slide. However, the most common that appeared in our research were the point or standard, the spread, and the cutaway collar. Dress shirt cuffs. The cuff finishes the sleeve and controls fit at the wrist. Cuffs are constructed with an outer cuff and an inner cuff, reinforced with interfacing to maintain structure. The type of interfacing again depends on the occasion and whether soft or structured tailoring is used. The cuff connects to the sleeve through the sleeve placket, which expands the sleeve opening so the hand can pass through during dressing. Interfacing is also used in the sleeve placket, particularly at the buttonhole, for reinforcement. Pleats are placed where the sleeve meets the cuff to control sleeve fullness and allow movement. Shirts may have a single, double, or triple pleat. Cuff close using buttons and buttonholes or cufflinks. The most common style is the single or barrel cuff, as seen in the H&M, Herald, and Eden cuffs, while double cuffs or French cuffs fold back and require cuff links, as seen in the Armani cuff. Some shirts include convertible cuffs that allow both buttons or cufflinks. And menswear has many adjustable elements as a whole. Specific to cuffs, we see different sizing options like the Banana Republic shirt with 2 button options for 2 different wrist sizes. Construction details include top stitching approximately 1/16 to 1/8 inch from the edge, reinforcing seams and stabilizing layers. Notches mark where pleat placement is during assembly. Different styles on the barrel, double, and convertible cuff include rounded, like the Banana Republic cuff, mitered or angled, like the Eton cuff, tab, Neapolitan, French, and many more. Dress shirt yoke. The yoke is a panel across the upper back of the shirt, connecting the front and back body panels. It distributes tension across the shoulders and supports movement in the upper back. Because the shoulder area experiences frequent stress, shirts often use a flat felt seam to attach the yoke. This seam encloses raw edges and creates a strong, durable construction, suited to repeated wear and movement. Many shirts include back pleats beneath the yoke to provide ease across the shoulders. The most common configurations are the box pleat at center front, or knife pleats placed symmetrically on either side of center back. Yokes are constructed either as one piece cut from a single fabric piece or a split yoke where two pieces are joined at the center back. Split yokes are often cut on opposing grain directions, improving mobility and aligning patterns, and are typically associated with higher quality shirts. When comparing the split yokes of Banana Republic and the Herald dress shirt, the Herald dress shirt incorporates a split yoke facing, while the Banana Republic does not, which eliminates the flexibility purpose of the split yoke. The other yokes depicted on the slide are purely style preferences. Dress shirt placket. The placket is the reinforced strip along the center front of the shirt where buttons and buttonholes are placed and may be constructed as a separate strip of fabric attached to the shirt, which is most common in contrast plackets, or as an extension of the front panel that is folded and stitched. In both cases, the fabric is folded, double folded, enclosing the raw edges and reinforcing with fusing, which experiences frequent stress during buttoning. Buttons may be made from plastic, resin, or natural materials such as mother of pearl, depending on the garment's quality level. Common placket styles include the standard placket, which features visible stitching and a raised structure, as seen in the Banana Republic shirt. The French placket, where stitching is folded internally for a cleaner appearance, as seen in the Eton, Herald, and H&M shirts. And the hidden or fly front placket, where buttons are concealed beneath an additional fabric layer, typically used in formal shirts like tuxedos, as seen in the Banana Republic and Armani shirt. Dress shirt fabric, trims, and notions. Dress shirts rely on specific fabrics, trims, and notions to achieve their structure and performance. Common fabric choices include cotton poplin, Oxford cloth, twill, and broadcloth, each offering different levels of texture, weight, and formality. More recently, stretch cotton blends and polyamide blends have become popular as workplace dress codes have relaxed and athleisure influences have increased. From our store research, just under 50% of the Hugo Boss store was dedicated to athleisure type dress wear. Important notions used in dress shirts include buttons, collar stays, interfacing, and sewing thread, all of which contribute to the durability, structure, and finishing quality of the garment. Dress shirt price point analysis. A price point analysis across brands highlights differences in construction, materials, and manufacturing. Lower cost shirts often use serge seams, which are faster to produce but less durable and are more common in casual collared shirts. Higher quality and low-end formal shirts use flat felled seams enclosing raw edges for stronger construction and cleaner interiors. Some premium shirts also use French seams. Fabric quality also varies. Lower price garments frequently use cotton blends or shorter staple cottons, while higher end shirts use long staple cotton fabrics. Interfacing differs as well. Mass production typically uses fused interfacing, while higher end shirts may use sewn in interfacing, allowing the collar and cuffs to move more naturally with the body. Production locations also differ. H&M is commonly manufactured in Bangladesh, while Hugo Boss and Zara are produced in Turkey. Luxury brands such as Armani manufacture in Italy, and semi-premium brands like Eden produce their shirts in Eastern Europe. For example, a $30 H&M shirt uses 65% polyester, 35% cotton blend, and shows inconsistencies such as bulk thread buildup, improper back stitching, and misaligned cuff top stitching. Luxury retailers such as Harry Rosen emphasize customization and made-to-order garments, offering fabric swatches and selectable components such as collars, cuffs, and plackets. These differences fall into three general categories: mass manufacturing, luxury designer, and made-to-measure or bespoke garments.
Men's trousers can be analyzed through three categories: structural components, exterior production details, and interior construction. Structural components include the waistband, fly, pockets, pleats, darts, belt loops, and the hem or cuff. These elements work together to create shape and functionality within the trouser. Exterior production details include features such as the fly closure, back pockets, belt loops, crease line, and hem finish. Interior construction includes elements such as lining, interfacing, and pocketing. The waistband is a key structural component that secures the trouser at the waist and supports several functional elements. It is constructed from an outer waistband, which is the visible layer made from the self fabric, and an inner waistband facing, which lines the interior and improves comfort while covering the seam allowances. The inner layer is often made from pre-made waistbanding. Interfacing is inserted between these layers to provide structure and stability, helping the waistband maintain its shape over time. The waistband also includes several closure systems. A button closure is often used in combination with a hook and bar, which creates a cleaner appearance at the center front by eliminating a visible button. Below this, the zipper fly allows the trouser to open and close. Additional features include belt loops, which allow the garment to be worn with a belt. Trouser waistbands are typically 3.5 centimeters wide to accommodate standard belt sizes. Some waistbands include grip tape on the interior to help keep the shirt tucked in during wear. Pleats are not present in all trousers, but they play an important role in improving fit and mobility. They are used to add ease through the waist and hips, allowing the wearer to sit and move more comfortably. Pleats also help the trouser leg drape more smoothly over the body, contributing to the overall silhouette. There are different types of pleats in trousers. A single pleat provides moderate ease, while a double pleat offers more room and is often associated with a more relaxed or vintage-inspired fit. Pleat direction also varies. Reverse pleats fold toward the pocket and are often common in traditional tailoring, while forward pleats fold toward the zipper. The fly is the opening at the center front of the trouser that allows the garment to be put on and removed. It consists of several components that provide both functionality and durability. The extension is a folded piece of fabric that sits underneath the fly and prevents the body or undergarments from being exposed. The fly shield is positioned behind the zipper and protects the wearer from direct contact with the zipper while also adding structure. The zipper is the primary closure and is sewn between the fly extension and fly facing. At the top, the fly connects to the waistband closure, which may include a button, hook and bar, metal clasp, or snaps. Construction details include the J-stitch, which is the curved top stitching visible from the front of the trouser that secures the fly in place. A bar tack is added to the bottom of the fly opening to reinforce this high-stress area. Common fly types include zipper fly, button fly, and extended tab fly. Each pocket consists of several components, including the pocket opening, the pocket bag, which is typically made from a lightweight cotton or pocketing to reduce bulk. Additional elements include pocket facing and lining, which help maintain structure and prevent the pocket from showing through. The pocket stay is an extension of the pocket bag that stabilizes the garment by anchoring it to the waistband or center front. Back pockets are often constructed using welts, which create a clean, tailored finish and may include flaps or additional detail. Reinforcement techniques such as bar tacks are applied to stress points to prevent tearing, while interfacing is used in areas like the welts and flaps for structure. Top stitching is used to secure and define the edges. Common pocket types include slant pockets, side seam pockets, welt or jetted pockets, flat pocket, patch pockets, and coin pocket, each serving both functional and aesthetic purposes. Lining is used in men's trousers to improve comfort, durability, and overall garment performance. It is attached at key structural points like the waistband, fly area, side seams, and pocket bags. This allows the lining to secure while still allowing movement within the garment. There are several types of linings used in trousers. Half lining, also known as knee lining, extends from the waistband to the knee and helps reduce wear in high-stress areas. Full lining extends throughout the entire leg and is typically used in more formal or high-end garments. Front panel lining is another variation that covers only the front leg. Lining fabrics are usually lightweight and smooth, which help reduce friction and allow the trouser to move more easily against the body. Common self fabrics include wool, which is widely used in tailored trousers for its durability and ability to hold a crease, as well as wool blends, cotton twill, and synthetic blends depending on the garment's price point and function. Lining fabrics include Bemberg, rayon, polyester, and silk blends, while pocketing is typically made from lightweight or cotton blends to reduce bulk. Trims used in trousers include zippers, piping and waistband, canvas, bias tape, and notions include buttons, hook and eye closures, metal or plastic fasteners, and sewing thread. Across different price points in men's trousers, we can see key differences in the materials, construction, and manufacturing. At the low price point, trousers are typically made from synthetic or blended fabrics and are produced using highly automated construction methods. Seam finishes are usually serged, and notions such as plastic buttons and inexpensive zippers are used to reduce costs. These garments are often mass-produced in large scales. Mid-price point trousers use higher quality fabrics such as wool blends or cotton twills. Construction quality improves with more precise sewing, better pressing, and stronger trims. manufacturing still occurs at scale, but with greater quality control. At the high price point, we see trousers made from premium fabrics such as fine wool or cashmere blends. Construction involves more refined tailoring techniques such as bound or flat felt seams. Higher quality notions are used, and production may involve smaller runs, European factories, or made-to-measure processes.
Menswear general sizing has three common types of fit. There's the classic fit, which has the traditional cut, more room through the chest, waist, and sleeves, designed for comfort and mobility. Regular or standard fit, which is balanced silhouette, moderate ease through the body, and a slim fit, which is narrow cut through the chest, waist, and sleeves, less ease for a closer fit to the body to go underneath multiple layers.
There are different drafting methods. Each method has its own ways on how they draft a block. When we look at the UK and Italian book, the UK has a bit more specific rules to shorter or taller figures and adds ease based on the different types of body measurements. And the Italian method has just one structure, but has different degrees of ease or can add personal measurements.
Each brand uses its chart for both casual and dress. H&M offers regular and slim fit options for suiting and generally includes slightly more ease significantly in the chest and waist. This creates more relaxed and accessible fit for a wider range of body types. Zara offers slim fit and extra slim silhouettes along some more intentionally oversized suiting options, reflecting a more contemporary fashion-forward aesthetic. Hugo Boss is known for more modern European slim fits. They typically feature less ease through the waist and chest, and the brand creates more fitted contemporary silhouettes.
Budget sizing has one size chart for each brand, and you can typically find it based on the product. Brands within the lower budget has more of a range of measurements and looser ease to be able to accommodate for an assortment of customer base, such as H&M, which offers a regular fit to a slim fit, and Zara offers more of a slimmer fit along with oversized options. Then Hugo Boss, being a mid-range, has more of a modern European slim fit, but with different price points, they still have different ease as they can have similar sizing options.
When looking at Ralph Lauren and Canelli, it goes into a higher price point which has more specific measurements rather than a range. Ralph Lauren offers multiple fit categories depending on the line. Example, classic, polo, purple label. Fits range from traditional American tailoring, which typically features more ease, to slim and modern tailored silhouettes. Canelli offers both classic and modern tailored fits with differences in ease per silhouette and fit dependent on style. Tom Ford has a brand characterized by strong structured silhouettes in suiting, highlighting broad shoulders with slim waist, often designed with dramatic shaping rather than relaxed ease. Luxury brands maintain more consistent sizing systems across garments than any fast fashion brands. Ease and silhouette vary depending on brand design. Italian tailoring are softer structure, balanced ease, sizing catering generally to an older target market. Modern European tailoring is slimmer silhouettes, less ease, sizing catering to a younger target market. American tailoring is a wider range of fits offered for a variety of body types and fits preferences, leans on more classic. Designer tailoring, structured and highly stylized, sizing catered to a more specific body type. Looking at Ralph Lauren, they have a size chart for their dress shirts and casual shirts, which is more for the American style fit. Canelli has more of a size chart for certain styles for each product and going for a classic silhouette. Tom Ford having the strong silhouette, all three have a consistent sizing where it's more structured and solid rather than something of a range. Brunello Cucinelli is a brand that has different size charts for different shirts for specific fits, having charts for basic fit, slim, easy, and ready to wear, which all have specific measurements for certain products. They also have two separate ones for blazers. The basic fit and easy fit have the most similar measurements, and the slim fit is more form-fitting on the body, and basic fit has the most loose fitting out of all the three shirts given on their website. It has a strong yet laid-back silhouette. The ready-to-wear chart is all the numbered sizing, as it is in Italian, French, US, and UK sizing, signifying each number for each country, which has more varied range of a sizing to accommodate a range of customers that can be ready without the need for tailoring. When looking at the products in their store, they have many base stitching at various parts of a garment to be able to tailor and finish it, making it more fitted to a specific client, as ready-to-wear is meant to be for a variety of fits without the need for tailoring. Comparing all through H&M, Zara, Hugo Boss, Ralph Lauren, and many others from the lowest price point to the highest, Lowest price points tend to have one measurement in terms of a range instead of something that's more solidified, in contrast to the highest price points, which tailor their charts based on what they are making their customer. Different brands that have different country of origin all come from target customer based on that specific country of origin, as there are tall and short figures with varying widths. With the different body types come with different eases and having to accommodate for different customer bases when it comes to broader brands, and the ones that are at a higher price point can rely on tailoring that comes with their garments.
Prototype collar pattern. For my component, I drafted a collar. I drafted the body block based on the Italian book and the collar based on the Fred manual. I drafted on Optitex, which was very rewarding since I've been looking forward to learning digital pattern making. The components drafted were the front with placket extension, the back, the collar stand, the underside collar facing, the top collar facing fusing, and the collar stand fusing. I prefer digital drafting due to the ease of measurements being exact and the walking off function. Prototype collar. The sample was made of 100% cotton poplin. I found that constructing a sample was much easier after drafting digitally. All my notches matched up, which almost never happens. The images depict the sample worn with and without a tie, as well as the outside collar stand, underside collar, and the inside collar stand. Small error that occurred was missing about 4 centimeters of the inside collar stand, bottom edge, while top stitching the outside, which had to be gone over again, but barely noticeable. This slide depicts the sample off the body and close-ups of the collar closure at center front and the collar stay system, which I was very happy with. The left side on the body collar seems to be flipping up a bit, but that's probably just due to a pressing error or the fact that I wore the garment before taking these photos.
My prototype is the rounded cuff. The cuff width needs to be longer by 2 to 3 millimeters to avoid puckering. The whole cuff circumference needs to be increased to about 1 to 2 centimeters based on fit model. Button and buttonhole placement needs to be further from the edge by 0.5 centimeter and up by 2 to 3 millimeters. Only for this print, the squares could be better matched up by 1 millimeter or 2. The thread colors can match better, but as this is a sample, it might not need to. Something to have been added is the fusing piece for the cuff, and maybe add a fusing piece for the placket if I wanted to add another button on the placket in the middle. On the inside of the cuff, the stitch in the ditch could have been better, less swerving.
The sample I did was the waistband. I did an extended tab waistband with the flash shield. I lost the right side of my pattern piece, but I took a picture while drafting, and that's what's on the right side. This sample is made from 100% wool and medium weight fusible interfacing in the waistband, as well as canvas and cotton cut on the bias to create the waistbanding curtain. As I mentioned, there is an extended tab, the flash shield, and the curtain that make up this sample. In a finished trouser, we would see a hook and bar, and as well as another button on the flash shield, as that's a high stress point area and adds more structure.
For my prototype component, I constructed a dress, trouser, fly, and waistband section. I drafted the pattern for this component using Optitex based off of the pant block I drafted in Optitex from the German method. It was really rewarding to construct a garment detail from a pattern that I had drafted myself digitally in CAD. The pattern includes the front pant leg, the zipper facing and zipper facing fusing, the zipper shield, and the zipper shield lining. The sample was made using 100% wool suiting for the self fabric and cotton pocketing for the zipper shield lining, along with waistbanding and fusible interfacing to provide structure and stability. I've always had a little bit of trouble with two-piece flies, and the process of drafting the pattern for the prototype myself really helped me understand the construction and pieces of the detail better. Here you can see the front and back views of the finished pant fly. Overall, I am pleased with the quality of the final sample. The fly construction is complete and fairly clean looking, and it is a functional zipper fly. The sample is missing the hook and bar closure and waistband button, which would normally finish the waistband closure. One minor issue is a small section of stitching along the zipper that became slightly wavy, but the rest of the stitching and alignment of the fly piece is fairly clean and accurate. This prototype helped me better understand the dress pant fly construction and the precision required in menswear tailoring details. In these photos, you can see the different details and views of the fly.